Yeah. Sabir Bey. Truth don't play. Law, history, culture, hip hop. All what it is, babe. All what it is. Yo, we in the cipher, light sparking through the veil. Truth and motion, let the ancestors inhale. From the Moorish courts to the cosmic scrolls, he decoding lies that been hidden in goals. Sabir Bey, the name ring through the booth. He break down laws and lace you with the proof. From Dr. Woodson's text to the streets we roam, he bringing intellect right back to the throne. Oh, would it be Sabir Bey, building up minds, not breaking the youth. Yo, truth don't sway. Be building up minds, law, history, culture, hip hop every day. Mic check. This ain't no fairy tale spin. He bringing Moorish law right back to your skin. Mind sharp like a blade from Kemet's forge. Blueprint solid. He the truth's own source. Cameras rolling. The wisdom broadcast. Facts hit hard. Never watered a mask. Keep bridging the gap between the block and the scroll. That's intellectual combat. Food for the soul. Oh, would it be? From the matrix to the Moorish way. Let's elevate. Oh, would it? Keep truth. Pure flame, just the real update. We ain't talking about no surface knowledge. We talking history, law, sovereignty. The real blueprint that unlocks the chains. Ancient vibes through the mic and translate. Each broadcast opening up the gate. Pan-African mind with that Moorish spark. God and lost tribes through the global dark. No cap, this that Griot code in motion. Truth tsunami, pure mind ocean. So tune in, lock in, set your mental straight. It's a Sabir Bey show. Yeah, the vibe too great. Oh, would it be? The show. We building up minds, not breaking the youth. But yo, truth. We building up minds, all history, culture, hip hop every day.
Always give shout out to my brother DJ Derek for that B. So what up? So this is going to be a run through. My link is up already. If you want to join or make history, please hit the link. So do me a favor, y'all. We are on No, we're not on TikTok. We on X. We on X right now. So do me a favor, share this out on X right now. And if you want to debunk me with anything that I'm saying, like I always say, please come to the feed with some facts, okay? I'm fine, because I could do it all day. So please share it out, y'all. Let's go. The link is up. I'm going to play some more music. So let's get this thing rolling, bruh. Hit that link and join the cipher, baby, if you dare.
Dear friends, we're gathered here today to pay tribute to a fine young man.
Come on.
He was born around 1973, I believe, in Bronx, New York. South Bronx, New York, to be exact. He leaves behind the treasure him Cool Herc and
It's alive!
What?
It's alive! I've seen him! He's coming over the mountain! It's alive! I tell you! It's alive!
Let's go.
Can somebody call security?
I come back. Every year I get newer. I'm the dust on the moon. I'm the trash in the sewer. Let's go. I come back. Every year I get brighter. If you think your hip hop is alive, hold up your lighter. Let's go. I come back. Every year I'm expanding.
Think your hip hop, hold up your lighter.
It's about the city we planted. Come on. I come back. Through any endeavor. This is hip hop. We gon' last forever.
Hip means to know. It's a form of intelligence. To be hip is to be update and relevant. Hop is a form of movement. You can't observe a hop, you gotta hop up and do it. So hip and hop is more than music. Hip is the knowledge and hop is the movement. Did y'all get it? Hip is the knowledge and hop is the movement. So hop out on what y'all know and share this out. Let's go.
Hip means to know, it's a form of intelligence. To be hip is to be update and relevant. Hop is a form of movement. You can't just observe a hop, you gotta hop up and do it. Hip and hop is more than music. Hip is the knowledge, hop is the movement. Hip and hop is intelligent movement or relevant movement. We selling the music, so write this down on your black books and journals. Hip hop culture is eternal. Run and tell all your friends. An ancient civilization has been born again. It's a fact. Every year I'm the strongest. KRS, Marley Marl, yet we last the longest. Let's go. Cause I'm not in the physical. I create myself, man. I live in the spiritual. Through the cycles of life. If you've been here once, you gon' be here twice. So I tell you, cause you must learn too. Hip hop culture is eternal. Hip hop, infinite power helping oppress people. We are unique and unequal. Hip hop, wholly integrated people having omnipresent power. The watchmen's in the tower of hip hop. Hydrogen, iodine, phosphorus, hydrogen, oxygen, phosphorus. That's called hip hop. The response of cosmic consciousness to our condition as hip hop. We gotta think about the children we bringing up. When hip and hop means intelligence springing up, we singing what? Sickness, hatred, ignorance, and poverty, or health, love, awareness, and wealth. Follow me. Every year I get newer. I'm the dust on the moon. I'm the trash in the sewer. That's right. Every year I get brighter. If you think hip hop is alive, hold up your lighter. Let's go. Every year I'm expanding, talking to developers about the city we planted. Through any endeavor, this hip hop we gon' last forever. We will be here forever. We will still be here forever. Get what I'm saying? Forever. Marley, I come back. Every year I get newer. That's that. That's that. I come back. Every year I get newer. That's that. That's that.
If you think you hip hop, hold up your lighters. So what y'all thought hip hop was one person? Nah. This is hip hop right here, and I am the fifth element of hip hop. Which is the fifth element of hip hop? Is called knowledge. That's the fifth element of hip hop, baby. Knowledge. So if you want to make history, if you want to debunk what I'm saying, feel free to come to the cipher because I don't want to be on here all night long. I just came in. I was sitting on the phone. I was on the phone with my sister, my sister Edna, and she told me I should get this magazine. And I went out to go to. We went to 2 Barnes and Nobles to try to get this magazine. But I'm gonna show you the magazine. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you the magazines and how we don't shop at these places like this. I'm talking about these black people, not even some of these conscious cats that y'all be watching. So I went to 2 Barnes and Nobles, one in Long Beach and one in Newport. And the wild part is this is it right here. So just bear with me. This is the section I go to. That's the sections I go to in Barnes and Nobles. Right? So I want y'all to take a good look. National Geographic. Y'all see this one right here? Y'all see that one? Hold it up. Let me help y'all out. So this is the part that we don't go to. But we're going to get into that. Just bear with me 1 second, okay? Am I a fanatic or what? Give me 1 second. Maybe I'm kind of crazy. So this is what we do when we go get stuff, right? Hold up. Do y'all get it yet? One little book. 2 little thread magazine. Hold up. This flip. Oh, wait a minute. This is the wrong one. Gotta go take it back. We get the wrong one. I don't know what that was with cats. Maybe that's meant for me to get that one. So, what are these books? I don't know what this one is. Hold up. What is this? Weird. This is my daughter. This is for Aja. But the wild part is, right? This is what we do. We don't buy one. So I want y'all to see that. See that name? Somebody send this to Charlamagne the God. My brother Rod and I was having a discussion about this, right? We was talking about Charlamagne. Do he really know about where his name came from? And I'm gonna show y'all some more. So just bear with me. So he was like, do Charlamagne really know where his name come from? I don't even know if Charlamagne knows where his name come from. This is another magazine. I know y'all black folks don't want to hear this, but this is the reality that Europeans go buy this type of stuff and study you. Charlamagne at war. Y'all know about the Battle of Poitiers or the Battle of Tours? So imagine if Charlamagne was sitting on the phone or sitting in a studio talking to me about this. Wait a minute. Let me eat me some pomegranate. Give me 1 second. Y'all know what these are, right? Hydrate you. How many of you black folks ate this? How many of y'all black folks ate pomegranate? You know this. They come from Muslims, right? You know they come from Muslims. In 1 second. Let me reintroduce y'all for you culture vultures. So pomegranate was brought to Spain by who? The one and only. The Moors brought pomegranate. And so make sure every time you see a person eating pomegranate, ask him why he's a culture vulture. That goes for foundational Black Americans too. So next time they eat pomegranate, ask them why they, since you're not a Moor, why are you a culture vulture? Y'all can jump into the cipher. It hydrates you too. It's good for you. Antioxidants. So, do they teach this in your school? Hey, brother, Rob, do they teach this in school? Do they teach that the Moors, that Muslims that brought pomegranate in? Come on, baby. Do they teach that in school? I doubt it. So next time these Europeans talk about Muslims, ask them, where did the pomegranate come from? Where did the trees come from out here in California? These palm trees are not indigenous to California. It's a whole history behind this. So let's move forward. Is everybody all right? Come on. Jump into the cipher. So if you don't know the history about what happened with the Moors, boy, whoo, we done. So let me give a shout out to this brother right here before we continue. This particular brother, I don't even know who this brother is, but let me give a shout out to this brother. My favorite city, Sabir Bey, scooped me up from the Moors convention out there in 2010. Damn, I don't even know who this, I don't even know who this brother is, but he just left a comment on my Instagram. He said I scooped him up in 2010. So y'all think I just walked into this yesterday? You don't think I just walked into this yesterday? There was no Tariq Nasheed in 2010. So in 2010, Islam Sabir Bey, thanks for being that Moor early in the game for a whole lot of us out here. So do y'all get it? So y'all have to understand that these cats that y'all watch on these platforms is here for attention. It's not about educating none of y'all. How many people like me? So that was in 2010. I am a very, very humble dude. So let's move forward because I'm going to run through this real fast because I do want to eat. So let me take y'all somewhere real fast. Bear with your brother. 1 second. Let's go have some fun. So please, y'all, share it out. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Share it out. Y'all got to know about the Battle of Tours. I stayed in Toulouse for a while. Toulouse in France. But let's go here 1 second.
In Texas with the first name Muhammad, so I'm kind of an expert in Islamophobia. Although some people assume my name was Hector Gomez. Saludos, mis amigos. But I want to tell you something right now. I've been hearing your Islamophobia and I'm offended. Not from the hate, but because it's so inaccurate. For example, I've been seeing a lot of you do this.
Here's your kryptonite, Muslims. Here's your kryptonite.
Ma'am, you have a pig on top of a stick right now. What made you bring a pig out here today?
I just want to stay safe, and I know they won't get close to hogs.
Lady, you're doing too much, all right? You don't need that pig head to keep us away. That hat and that eye patch are enough. And by the way, we're definitely not intimidated when you leave the price tag on. Are you planning to return it? I mean, that poor guy at Home Depot is like, ma'am, I told you all pig head on a stick sales are final. But listen, Islamophobes, bacon is not our kryptonite. I mean, what do you think happens to us? You think I walk into a Denny's and go, what's that smell? Ah! My powers! My powers! I lost my Sharia super sight! Oh no! Ah! And for the record, you're not supposed to eat pork either, right? That's in the Bible too. Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7. I stay at a lot of hotels. I'm lonely. And that brings me to my final critique. Islamophobes, do your research. Because I have, and here it is. Muslims invented algebra, hospitals, universities, the camera, even algorithms, just to name a few. And if you right-wing Christians dislike Middle Eastern people and eating with your hands and teaching people about kindness, I have terrible news for you about Jesus. He was Middle Eastern, from Palestine, spoke Aramaic, a Semitic language, and handed people bread with his hands. And by the way, most Muslims aren't even Arab, and most Arab Americans are actually Christians. And while we're at it, Muslims also believe in Jesus Christ. He's mentioned in the Quran, which has an entire chapter named after his mother Mary, and we also believe in the virgin birth. Stop using lazy tropes to divide people so you can bomb other countries, creating even more refugees, making you more upset at Muslims in America, being doctors, engineers, lawyers, or selling you street meat out of delicious halal carts. I grew up in Houston, Texas with the first name Muhammad, so I'm kind of an expert in Islamophobia.
So some of y'all probably don't know where I'm going at with this, but how many of y'all ever heard of the Battle of Poitiers or the Battle of Tours? Raise your hand. Or y'all can jump into the feed. How many of y'all ever heard of the Battle of Poitiers or the Battle of Tours? This is why, let me tell you something, why we got these magazines. These magazines will be it was a limited edition. Limited edition. Do you know that these magazines will be like it's going to be worth something? These magazines is going to be worth something later on. So it's like a couple of them this here. So they are, hold up. They are here. Okay. So they're going to be worth something. Right? So the sections that we go to, you're not going to find that. But let me just pull something up inside this book. Just give me 1 second. I put up pomegranate, right? Let's go back to pomegranate one more time, okay? So anybody got any questions, any debunks, feel free. The time is yours right now to debunk anything that I'm saying at this particular moment. So pomegranate, next time you see a person eating these things, ask them, why are you a culture vulture? So if you spent time in Spain like I have spent time in Spain, you will know the history. So remember, the Moors of North Africa, Muslims, brought the pomegranate to Spain in the 8th century. Oh, some of you Christians don't even know why you Christians, bro. So let me tell you something about the history. And if I'm wrong about anything, please, anybody can come on the feed and correct me, all right? If I'm wrong, right, you can come correct me right now, all right, with some facts, all right? So let's move forward. How many people ever heard of Charlamagne, Charlamagne, which was where Charlamagne got his name from, I guess, from Charlamagne the Breakfast Club. So let's go to Charlamagne real fast. So when the Moors got defeated, here it is. This is not what they're going to teach you in school. Now, let me explain this to y'all. I stayed in this place. I stayed in France. I was in Marseille for like 2 months. I believe it was a month and a half, 2 months I stayed in Marseille. I stayed in Toulouse for about a month, I believe. Toulouse is like, Toulouse is a spot. I know most of y'all go to France, but you got to go to these places to study the history, right? So Charles Martel, this is one of the biggest battles in world history. I don't know if they teach this in school, but then again, you won't get taught it over here. This was the biggest battle with Charles Martel with the Umayyad Muslims in 732. So just imagine if Charlamagne was talking to me. Just bear with me 1 second. In 778, the campaign, Charlamagne invaded Spain in 777 and 778. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give y'all some facts on top of facts, not your feelings, but on facts. But ask your, let's go to the school and let's start talking about this. Ask them about this battle, one of the biggest battles of world history. Whew. Let's find it. So you want to know why we are where we at today? It's because of these things. And then they had 1492, but we'll get into that. Do y'all really want to talk? Do we really want to talk about what happened? Most of y'all don't even know why y'all Christians. So the biggest battle in world history was this motherfucker right here with the Muslims and the European Christians. You don't believe me? Please do your research or go ask your teachers in school. Maybe they'll tell you. So when you study Charlamagne, which they got all this stuff inside. And again, this is Newport Beach. I had to go down and find it in Newport Beach. Anybody know who lives up there? But anyway, this is the magazine. I'm gonna go back and buy this one too. So I'm gonna say this to the other magazines. If you can find the other magazines, please get them. Please, let me show you again. If you can find these magazines, give me 1 second. Try to get it. It is so much that's in here, bro. Can I just show y'all a couple of things? Do y'all mind if I show y'all? Can I show y'all? Because most of y'all Christians don't even know why you're Christians. If you can find them, find it and get them. We got a couple of them we bought. Hold up. And guess who else they talk about in here? They talk about Gaudi. This is Park Güell. That's in Barcelona. That's Gaudi's house. Let me give you an example. Stay with me 1 second. Whew. Gotta work. Give me 1 second. Let's find it. Barcelona. Y'all don't even know who Gaudi is. Don't even know who that man is. Just bear with me. Are y'all getting this, man? So I don't just sit behind a desk and talk. There it is. That's Gaudi. And if y'all don't know who it is, I'm going to introduce y'all to who Gaudi is, okay? And I want y'all to research who Antonio Gaudi is. Give me 1 second. You see it? Okay, so let's show you once again. That's where you see me sitting at, right there. I've been to all his spots. That's Gaudi. Now, who is Gaudi? You're not even be taught this in school, but if you're dealing with architecture, they know about it. This is the book I bought back from Spain, Gaudi. So how are you going to teach me anything? How is any of these black people in the United States going to teach me anything? How, Sway? Make it make sense. How are these people going to teach me? You can't even going to teach me about God and you don't even know who you are. Or teach me about God? What? So look up Gaudi. Again, I could do lectures on all of this, B. This is all Gaudi's work. That's Gaudi. So these Europeans go to these places, right? They go and they study you. They study everything about you. Then you just see me standing right there. And the beautiful thing about Gaudi, he used everything in nature. He used everything in nature. He said that there's no straight lines in nature. No straight lines in nature. Look him up. This is the conversation that we should be having. So, but you got to go back to find out what took place. You got to go back to find out what happened to us. You got to go back. So let me ask y'all, how many of y'all on this feed ever heard of the Battle of Poitiers or the Battle of Tours? Come on, how many people? How many people ever heard of the Battle of Poitiers or the Battle of Tours? Total France, total France. Do some research tonight and look him up. And let's have a conversation on this one. I'm not going to be getting deep into it, but I'm just want y'all to understand that your history started back then. Let me show you what else was inside this magazine. Give me 1 second. Let's give you another one, which you will find if you want to go purchase that magazine. Bear with me. The Great Inventions of Islamic World. Now, this book came out the 21st. This magazine came out the 21st. But they teaching you Greek stuff in school, but they're not teaching you anything about Islamic inventions that you're using today. From your medical field on down, they're teaching it. Medical field on down. So I know this is not the conversation that you black folks like to hear, but you're going to learn today. So let me show you something else that was inside this magazine. It's more inside these magazines. Oh, you got to study Charlamagne, bro. Let's show you some more. Okay. They got even Abbas ibn Fanas inside here. So y'all being taught about the right brothers, but there's really the wrong brothers. So look who they talk about inside here. Oops. Ibn Fanas. Let me ask y'all, why y'all so quiet? Are we being taught this in school? Come on. I don't think we're being taught this in school, but European children are being taught this. Let's show you who he is. You ready? Let's go a little further. Let's pull him up. This is in their book too. History of Flight. And I'm going to show you this book. See what they talking about? By the Learn More, Abbas Ibn Firnas. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Abbas Ibn Firnas. What book would that be in? Did y'all know it was a Moor that was the first Moor that attempted to fly? Or y'all just know about the Wright brothers, which is really the wrong brothers? Hold up. This book is falling apart, so bear with me. It's in here. This book was $50 for one page. One page. And you're not even being taught this in school, but you're fighting silly stuff. So Abbas Ibn Firnas, which that's in the magazine, was the Smithsonian, right? This one right here, this is why I said this magazine is going to be worth something later on. This one right here is telling them the same thing, because we're not shopping for these types of magazines. We're not shopping for this. So I'm going to tell y'all this again. If you can get a chance, please go try to find this magazine. National Geographic. Hold on one second. So let's go back to Abbas again. And I'm going to try to wrap this thing up. Okay. So that's Abbas Ibn Firnas, the first Moor attempted to fly. So this is in Cordoba, right? Let's go to Cordoba, Spain. Let's go to Cordoba. It can never teach you this, but they go study everything about you. That's Cordoba. This is the area. That's his name right there, Ibn Firnas. Oh, y'all think I'm just making this up? Please do your research on him. And make sure when you hear these Moors repeat this, ask those Moors, why don't you get in contact with Sabir? He can explain it because he was there. All right? Remove your feelings. This is the area in Cordoba. Here's Abbas Ibn Firnas monument, and it's a whole lot more to it. That's the monument. So if you don't know history before 1619, you done. This is why they give you the 1619 project, not the before 1492 project. They give you the 1619 project, so you won't research any of this information, and it's factual, and you can do your own due diligence on it. They have to tell you that you was a slave, and that's all you are. And some of us act like that to this day. Still act like slaves. All right, so let's move forward. That's Abbas Ibn Firnas. So let's go to the Maybach. For anybody that's driving, or Rolls Royce, whatever you want to call it. Let's go to a Rolls Royce real fast. Oh, Abbas Ibn Firnas. Crazy, right? They named the ghost after Abbas Ibn Firnas. I want to know how many of these celebrities that's driving this car knows that history. I wonder. I would like to know how many of these cats that's driving a Rolls Royce knows that. Damn. So I'm almost finished because I'm really not in the mood to read really going on this, but I just wanted to share this with y'all to get that magazine. Study this history, B. Study it. That's in Seville. That's not the Klan, people. I know that's what y'all want to believe, but that's not the Klan either. That's in Seville. So when the Moors fell, right? When the Moors fell, they took all your history, B, and scared you, black people in the United States, and we're going to educate you at the exact same time. I told you a lot of y'all don't even know why y'all Christians. This is in Seville. And this is why we're afraid to have this conversation, because some people are going to lose friends. This is facts. So let's go a little further. I'm almost finished. Give me 1 second. Let's go to Santiago. All of this is in Seville. All this history is here in Seville. And I did a video on this too. This is in Seville. This is the picture I took when I was in Seville. This is in the cathedral. We don't even know. We know nothing about any wars, man, that's going on with the Moors. But you thought the Moors was the Moor Science Temple. Hold up, one more time. Let's show the picture of this. These are all my photos. Santiago. The Christian army is fighting to that disadvantage against the Moorish troops. You see how I said Moorish? Right there, it's Moorish troops. You can look it up for yourself. Please look it up for yourself. And you will actually see the history. The Christians have always been fighting with the Muslims. This is the crazy, we were Jews too. So this is the part of the history they don't tell you in school. This is not a Christian nation over here, people. America is not a Christian nation. It was built off of Islam. It was built off of Islam. Any debunks? We can go there. So after the defeat of the Moors, then everything fell. Let me help you out. Do I have it up here? I thought I had it up here, but here it is. Bear with me. After the Moors fell, this is in the magazine too. All this is in the magazine. Can't make this up, bro. This is also in the magazines. You are not Negro, black, and colored, bro. This is in the magazine on Charlemagne's War. Why would they put this in here? 1492 to 1650, but they tell you about the 1619 project. This is wild. This is why they have to sell you the 1619 project. What that say right there? 1492. 1492 to 1800s. Kind of crazy, ain't it? But you'll believe a lie. We are Moors, people. Every last one of y'all. Rather you see you're a Christian, Seventh-day Adventist, Apostolic, whatever you want to call yourself. And if you want to have a panel discussion with me, we can definitely have this panel discussion. So please share this out and send it out to everybody. I don't know about the rest of these Moors that think the Moors is the Moor Science Temple. I don't know anything about what they do, but talk to somebody who knows the history. That's in the 1800s. This is actually 1877. It's called the country of the Moors and the land of the Moors. And I was over there. It's so much history, bro. Get yourself together, fam. Study this history. Seriously. Study the history. Just like I said, when I was in the UK and the guy thought I was from the Moor Science Temple, I spoke in the UK. This guy fell out the chair because he thought I was coming from the Moor Science Temple. He thought the Moors was a religious group of people. And I said, brother, I don't know where you got the information from, but no, the Moors is not. That's like saying you can find a Moor Science Temple in Africa. There's no Moor Science Temples in Africa, brother. That was in the UK. So you ain't talking to somebody who haven't been to these places, brother. So I told you I'm gonna make this short and sweet, and I'm gonna probably do a follow-up tomorrow. on Charlamagne, but share this to Charlamagne. And let's have this conversation. That's in the UK. This is also in the UK. So don't let nobody tell y'all no lies, bro. I've been doing this for a very, very long time, and I never sold nobody out. I never took anything from anybody. People try to play me and get something for nothing from me. It don't work that way. So I want to shout out to this brother. And again, if y'all get it, you get that magazine if y'all can. Buy a couple of them. So this is the brother. So shout out to the brother. And this is how humble I really am, but I would not let no one take advantage of what I'm doing. All right. You can get mad all you want. This brother says Sabir scooped me from the Moors convention there in 2010. Damn. Still going strong. So people, I told you this wasn't going to be long. I did say that, didn't I? So study Charlamagne and study Charlamagne and the Moors. And if you're not afraid, teach your children. If you're a Christian, then go back to sleep, family. But you were not a Christian when you came here. You was forced in Catholicism. So go study Charles Martel. All right, y'all. So listen, I'm gonna put my email up here one more time so you can reach out to me. It's right there. And if you get a chance, any subject that I just brought up about Abbas ibn Fanas, Charlamagne, history of the Moors in Spain, out of Spain, holler at your boy, but try to find this magazine. All right. So I told you it's going to be short. So please share the videos out. And guess what? I was there. Hold up. I was there, baby.
Battery 70%.
Hold up.
iPad 107.
You killing them. Where were you? I want to talk about these rap historians. Y'all better get it together. Where were you? I be reading your books. Where were you? Y'all better get it together.
I'm going to run through this one more time for y'all, all right? So y'all can get it. And if you're a parent, if you're in a barbershop, hair salon, let's have these conversations. Remember, pomegranate come from the Muslims. It was the Moors that brought pomegranate into Spain. All right. So let's have these conversations. Get those magazines, baby. Turn up the volume like my brother Stan said. We're going to see y'all tomorrow. So the Moors brought that whole pomegranate in, baby. All right. Check it out. Share the videos.
Word up. When Hot 97 started, I was there. When Rap City got started, I was there. When K-Day got started, I was there. When Jive Records got started, I was there. When Yo MTV Rap started, I was there. When the Source magazine started, I was there. When Sedgwick and Cedar started, I was there. When Biggie was doing his album, I was there. When Tookie Williams was buried, I was there. 73 Cedar Park, I was there. 123 Park, I was there. You ain't telling me the history, cause I was there. I was there. And where were you? Where were you? And where were you?
Where was y'all at?
Where were you? And where were you? Where were you?
That's the new book. That's the one when I was in Tunisia, North Africa, in Tunis.
Where were you? When Mo D challenged LL, I was there. When that bus blew up in London, I was there. When Death Row challenged Bad Boy at the Source Awards in New York at the Garden, yup, I was there. When Kwame Ture, formerly known as Stokely Carmichael, was passing on, I was there. When Nelson Mandela was freed from prison and spoke out at Yankee Stadium in New York, I was there. For all the birth of my children, I was there. When the Rodney King uprisings happened, I was there. These objective rap historians trying to document hip-hop from outside, forget it, I was there. I was there. And where were you?
y'all at?
And where were you? Where were you? Where were you?
Read it, y'all. The most ancient name for so-called blacks is no such thing as the ancient black gods of Egypt. They were Moors from ancient Egypt. Read it.
Look, the Jive Records label, I was there. The Columbia Records label, I was there. The Elektra Records label, I was there. The Warner Brothers Records label, I was there. The Cox Records label, I was there. The Capitol Records label, I was there. I know about their contracts cause I was there. I wrote and rewrote most of them when I was there. I ain't reading a book or reciting a hook. I am hip-hop itself cause yep, I was there. Y'all need to get it together with hip-hop's history and get it right. Cause yep, I was there, I was there. And where were you? Where were you? And where were you? Where were you? And where were you? Where were you? Where were you?
I gotta go, but listen, again, please subscribe to the channel and try to find that magazine. And let's talk about Charlamagne. Okay, let's have that conversation on Charlamagne. So this newspaper was my paper back in 2003. That was in 2003, and we still confused in 2025. I gotta go. My email is at the bottom. SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. Peace.